Hi, my name is Hugh Finlayson. I am in the School of Business and Media and in the Strategic Human Resource Management program. My time at BCIT is a long kind of story. I was a graduate, and shortly after graduation, an instructor gave me a call and said, "Hey, you know something, you should be teaching." So I took on part-time studies. I taught labor relations and I taught collective bargaining because my profession was now in the world of collective bargaining. But when I went out to find, beyond what I'd been taught and what I'd now had been experiencing, where is this written down? How can I get some best practices? And I found some things largely generated to talk about negotiations as a general proposition. And this is probably the start of my teaching career, which it was, but also my writing career. Because it came to realize that writing is how I make sense of things. So I decided at that time to write a manual for collective bargaining, which I used in my work, working with my bargaining teams and such, but it also became a student resource. And that was the first in the foray of publishing. I didn't publish a book at that time, but I used it as a BCIT resource. That takes us to a place where you continue to write as you go through your working life. You start to take these ideas, and as I always take the view that you have all these ideas, you've learned all these things. You might as well write them down. You're not going to take them with you. And if there's one small thing you can do for somebody, if you can give somebody something which helps their practice, you might as well do it, and you should do it. So during my career, I had the opportunity to come into BCIT. I did a time as the chair of the program advisory committee, where we, as an industry representative, we looked at the program, we advanced the program and so forth. And one of the courses in the programs I struggled with was we don't do much about employment relationships and we don't do much about conflict management. And I suggested that that be an area of study. It becomes a course. I write the course. And as I did before, I decided to write a book because, as I say, that's how I make sense of things. So I write the book, and the book becomes the text. And the book is about employment relationships, context, and conflict management. When Things Happen at Work is a best practices compendium about context. If you understand conflict and context, you know that negotiations is the ultimate end, and that is a route to best practices. And that becomes the text for my course, Employment Relationships and Conflict Management. But I then go back to my book on collective bargaining. Well, whatever happened to that? Well, at that time, I decided to, it is something which I've given out to industry partners and to colleagues of mine in a non-published form called Collective Bargaining Preparation Essentials. I decided to publish it, and I did. And I published a second version. And it was always humbling to see that the book was sold in the UK, the book was sold in the US, and the book was sold in Canada. And it goes back to my idea that when you write, you think. And if you can distill down some ideas, some central ideas that can help others, it helped me and it could help others. That's a worthwhile and I think necessary role as professionals in a field. And that has become my writing journey. So here we are today thinking, so what now? One of the challenges of writing it all down and publishing it is the minute it's published, there's things to add. And that, I think, is one of my problems as a person. I tend to think there's something else to write down, there's something else to explore, there's something else to think. So I go and do that. And fortunately, I have an outlet, and that outlet is teaching at BCIT. And I enjoy the students, I enjoy the opportunity to advance the profession, as it were, the one that I have chosen to be in. And it goes back to the idea of how do you get your students, how do you get your colleagues give them things that can enhance practice. What's their theory of practice? And I put my theory of practice down in writing, and I put my theories of practice into classrooms. And I get to work with colleagues and students where we have that creative discussion as we bring our ideas together to create, preferably and hopefully, a better world of work. After all, that's what it's all about. And BCIT has been a central feature of all that and will continue to be.